Republican Congressman Andy Ogles of Tennessee, who just fended off a primary challenge last week, apparently had his phone seized by the FBI. They executed a search warrant for it the day after the race. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Ogles is well known in Congress for a lot of things. They're not all good. He's been likened to George Santos for allegedly lying on his resume about, among other things, a career in law enforcement, the extent to which he's fought child sex trafficking, and being a trained economist. Like Santos, he's also attacked the Justice Department as being weaponized and has called for defunding the, quote, weaponized and tyrannical Biden ATF.
Hey everybody, Congressman Andy Ogles here. We all know that the justice system is broken. It's weaponized against you, against me, and against our president, Donald Trump. We've seen it all over the country. Woke district attorneys and activist judges attacking our former president. Now, his trial in New York, this activist judge has created a gag order. Well, my bill, the Let Trump Speak Act, does something that is unprecedented. It would prohibit these types of activist judges from putting a gag order in place, and it would allow Donald Trump a right of action or the ability to sue. I told you I was going to fight for our country, to fight for liberty and freedom, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, now Ogles himself is being investigated for campaign finance issues related to a $320,000 loan that he reported he made to his own campaign in 2022. Local news in Nashville raised questions about how Ogles financed that loan, since he reported having few personal assets. And a nonprofit watchdog filed a complaint with the Congressional Ethics Office in January, saying that Ogles failed to disclose the assets that he purportedly used to make the loan. Okay. That in addition to failing to report a $700,000 line of credit that he opened in 2022. Ogles later filed reports with the FEC basically admitting, I never made that $320,000 loan, just gave $20,000. So it's an open question where the other $300K came from. But I raise this issue primarily to give Congressman Ogles some credit here. Ogles has so far refrained from outright calling the FBI search on him politically motivated, as so many others, both Republicans and Democrats who find themselves on the wrong end of a federal investigation are apt to do. Instead, writing on X, quote, "It has been widely reported for months that my campaign made mistakes in our initial financial filings. We've worked diligently with attorneys and reporting experts to correct the errors and ensure compliance going forward. Last Friday, the FBI took possession of my cell phone. It is my understanding that they're investigating the same well-known facts surrounding these filings. I will, of course, fully cooperate, just as I have with the Federal Election Commission. I'm confident all involved will conclude that the reporting discrepancies were based on honest mistakes, nothing more." Okay. So leaving aside the implication, which some of his supporters seem to be drawing, at the FBI's targeting Ogles because he's a conservative Republican, Ogles himself has not been screaming partisan witch hunt, and instead is saying he'll cooperate, even admitting some degree of wrongdoing. We'll see if that continues. As we've shown time and again on this show, the baseless attacks on the FBI as being weaponized against the GOP can be pretty easily disproven by the facts and numbers. We've regularly cited all the Democratic political leaders who've been investigated or prosecuted by this DOJ. In fact, more of them than Republicans. It's just too easy for political leaders, though on both sides, to blame politics or the FBI instead of taking responsibility for whatever led them to be investigated in the first place. So we want to give credit where it's due to Representative Ogles for not doing that. We shall see if it holds. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.